up, Samurai Academy? Welcome to my first video. So my name is Ben Clark and I've been lucky enough to make a few videos for you guys. So in these videos we're going to be focusing on a few things, warm-ups, workouts, we're going to be analysing a few professional football players, and we're also going to be talking about injury prevention and how our nutrition can affect this. So just before I get into this guys, in every warm-up and workout I will be walking and talking you guys through this. So don't worry too much, I'll be explaining the exercises and the movements just to make sure that you get the most that you can out of each exercise. So during the warm-up guys, just pause the video after every exercise, so just rest for 20 seconds and then go into the next exercise, okay? Okay, so before we get into the warm-up, I'd just like to be clear, if any of these movements hurt you guys in any way within the joints, or you're just feeling like they're not benefiting you in any way, you don't have to do them, just rest and move on to the next exercise. Okay, so without further ado, let's get to it. So guys, our first warm-up exercise is going to be ankle rolls. We're going to do 20 on each leg. These are really good to increase our mobility and make sure we prevent any injuries like ankle sprains during matches and training. So our next warm-up exercise guys is walking caterpillars. These are to stretch out your hamstrings and also engage your core, and we'll be doing 8 to 10 reps of these. Exercise guys is going to be forward lunges with a twist. These are really good for stretching your hip flexors, which are vital for football. We're going to be doing 8 to 10 reps each side, so let's get into it. So our next warm-up is around the world. We're going to be doing 8 to 10 of these, going around clockwise and anti-clockwise. These are really good for your hamstrings as well. Also really stretching out your back muscles, your lower back muscles, and your abdominals. So next up guys, to finish up the warm-up, we've got hamstring kicks. We'll be doing 8 to 10 reps on each side. These are just really good for stretching out the hip flexors again, and our hamstrings too, which has been the focus of this warm-up. So well done getting that warm-up done. We're now going to jump straight into the workout. If you haven't already guessed by the first video, this workout is designed to improve your power in performance. Okay, so power can be defined as the maximum amount of force produced in a small amount of time, and this workout is designed to improve this. It's vital to have explosive power, especially in your legs as a footballer, to get up for those headers and also to accelerate to get to the ball. Okay, so in this workout we're going to be doing 3 sets of 8 to 10 reps. Okay, and we're probably just going to maintain that throughout. We're just focusing on quite a low amount of reps because this is obviously power focused, so we don't want to be going too high and sort of focusing on the endurance aspect of muscle building. So we're literally just going to be doing low reps and 3 sets of each exercise. So in between sets, make sure you guys are resting from 30 seconds to 1.5 minutes, depending on how exhausted you feel after the exercise. That's very important. Okay, so before we jump into the workout, we're just going to be warming up our abdominals first, just to make sure our core is engaged during the workout and in each exercise. So in these exercises, we're going to be doing 3 sets, and we're going to be doing 8 to 12 reps in each.
Okay, so first up we have Russian twists. We just really want to make sure we're engaging our core in these twists and really squeezing tight. This is really good for training the oblique muscles, which are on the side of your abs, and these are really helpful, especially in games when you're twisting and turning a lot. Okay, so reverse crunches. These are really good for your hip flexors and your lower abdominal muscles. Hip flexors are really important in football because they're the driving muscle for flexing our legs when we're running. So it's really important to work these.
So the first exercise up, guys, is single leg glute bridges, making sure we do 8 to 10 reps on each leg, making sure we also really exploding when we're pushing up off that first leg.
So next, our single leg glute bridge. This is really good for our hamstrings and building our glute muscles. Again, both of these essential in football matches. So just making sure we're really going slowly down on the down movement and then powering through when we're pushing up.
up we've got squat jumps. Again, same amount of reps and sets, just making sure we're really exploding off the ground when we're at that bottom part of our squat.
Okay, so now we have squat jumps. So as you can see here, I'm going slowly and controlled on the down phase, and then when I'm coming up, I'm really exploding, driving through my toes when I'm coming up, and then sitting back on my heels when I'm coming back down into the squat position.
So next up we have plyometric push-ups. It's basically similar to a normal push-up, except from when we're at that bottom part of the push-up, we're really pushing and driving all our force through our chest to make sure we're just producing a maximum amount of power.
Okay, so in these plyometric push-ups, we really want to focus on keeping our core engaged. So that means our hips won't drop low or be too high. We just want to be right in the middle there, like this. And then when we go slowly down, and then as you can see, we're just really exploding using our power through our chest and our shoulder muscles in the push-up.
The next is the single leg long jump. Guys, do take your time with this one. It did take me a while to master my balance in this because I was falling over quite a few times. Just do take your time, just to make sure you're really exploding off that jump.
Okay, so in these single leg long jumps, again, like I said, it's really all about balance in these. We really want to be sort of focusing on taking it slow and then focusing on really just pushing through in the jump. Don't sort of rush these. As I said, you won't get as much out of the exercise as you possibly could. It's really about just taking the time and focusing on exploding and using those leg muscles.
So we're going to finish up with one of Maya Yoshida's exercises, a reverse lunge jump, really making sure we're jumping and exploding off that one leg, and we're coming back down slowly, ready for the next rep.
So in our reverse jump lunges, we're just focusing on making sure our front knee of the front foot isn't coming over our toes because we don't want to be leaning too far forward. It's important to keep your chest up and making sure you're going up instead of jumping over your foot. You'll notice in these exercises we've done a lot of sort of single leg power building stuff. This is because we want to sort of build and make sure we're covering any weaknesses in each individual leg.
Okay, great job getting the workout done. I just want to speak on a few things just before we start the educational part of the video. I do want you guys to cool down after each workout. So literally this just means going outside and walking for 5 or 10 minutes. It doesn't mean any real heavy stretching, nothing like that. The best cool down you could do after a workout like that is just go for a nice walk. Especially in the times we're in now, it's nice to get some fresh air and just sort of get outside a bit. So pause the video here, 5 or 10 minute walk, and then just come back and watch the end of the video. Okay, so hopefully you guys have gone for a walk. We're literally just going to talk about a few things quickly before the end of the video. I'm going to speak about player analysis, so I'm literally going to show you a few videos of some players and examples of power and where this has benefited them in a match situation. And then we're going to talk about a micronutrient, so one vitamin that is really important in preventing injury. So just explaining how important nutrition is for this sort of thing. And then we're going to finish up on core exercises. I'm just going to give you a few examples of exercises you can do at home that really strengthens your core and makes sure you're back and ready for matches and training. Okay, first up, player analysis. So I'm just going to show you a few videos of players and examples of them showing power in a match situation and how this has benefited them.
Okay, so here we have Hiroshi Kiyotaki. Just an example of him doing a free kick here. Just look at the power that he uses to get that ball in the top left corner. I mean, that is unreal. Okay, so next up here, look, we've got a header. Just look how he uses his power to jump up over the other player and get the ball straight at the back of the net. Unreal amounts of power all through that jump. Okay, so next up we have an example from Cristiano Ronaldo here. Just look at the power that he uses in his right foot through that shot. That is incredible. So this is just another example, guys, of how power can be used in football and why it's really important to train this.
Okay, so next up we're going to be talking about our vitamin of the episode. So this vitamin is vitamin D. You can get it from the sun, you can get it from oily fish, red meat, cereals and liver as well, and eggs. This is just really important for sporting people, any athletes. Vitamin D, once consumed, basically can increase the concentration of calcium in your body. So the more vitamin D you consume, the better it is for your bone health, essentially. So this, as I said, this is really important. Make sure you're getting this on board, because this can prevent you from bone breaks, sprains, fractures, anything like that. This is just really good to strengthen your bones and increase the amount of calcium in your body. Okay, so that's the end of the first video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you learned quite a bit. Obviously we covered some stuff on nutrition as well as the workouts. I hope the workouts helped. If you do this maybe once a week, maybe twice a week, this will really improve on your power, guys. And there's much more to come. I'm going to be talking about some new things and doing a new workout in the next episode. And we'll also be talking about nutrition as well. So yeah, I hope you guys are all okay. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video.